Today on Conversations That Convert, we'll be showing you website video examples that capture prospective clients.
Welcome to Conversations That Convert. Every week, we'll spend about 10 to 15 minutes tackling relevant lead generation, marketing, and sales topics for remodelers, home improvement companies, and home builders. Conversations That Convert is brought to you by Builder Lead Converter, your perfect sales assistant. And now, here's Rick and Diana.
Hey everyone, welcome to Conversations That Convert. Diana is off today, so you have just little old me. But we're going to continue in our conversation about website video examples that capture prospective clients. And this is part 2. Last episode, we looked at the attract videos. This is going to be all about videos that capture leads. And this is part of a series that we call video examples that help builders attract, capture, and convert high quality leads. So we've started with the attract. We're going to show you capture today. We'll probably be coming back and show you a few more attract videos that you can use for search engine optimization. That'll be next, and then we'll get into the conversion. Let's go back and answer the question again, just a quick recap of last week and why videos on your website. What is the big deal, Rick? Why should I, as a home builder or remodeler, want to have videos on my website? Well, number one, remember when your clients are looking to choose a prospective building partner or remodeling partner, they go online, they do their research, they're shopping by process of elimination. So in other words, they want to eliminate you from contention. So they might look at 10, 15, 20, maybe 30 different builders' websites. They only want to talk to maybe 1, 2, or 3. So when they're on your site, they're trying to cross you off the list. And so videos obviously can help you from being eliminated and keep you on the short list. Now, the second reason is why you want to, why you want to have videos on your website is that you want to show and tell your prospective clients how they can find the information they're looking for. So again, remember the user experience and the inability to be able to find the content they're looking for in a very short period of time. It's about 15 seconds. If they're on your website and in about 15 seconds, they can't get the information they're looking for, they're gone. Off to look at somebody else's. So we can show and tell them how they can find the information. And remember, the longer they're on your website, the higher the probability that you can capture them. So finally, you can also show and tell them what they should do next. So give them a clear call to action. And of course, that call to action would be to start a relationship with you by filling out a form and hitting the submit button. Finally, it allows you to tell your story. In a very, very crowded sea of competitors, videos allow you really to clearly tell what makes you unique, special, and different. In other words, what separates you from your competitors. You can also show the results that your clients typically achieve, and it creates that emotional attachment because we can use visuals, we can use voice narration, music, we can use motion animation, and we can really bring your projects to life. So what started with this might be an image or a photo of a finished project now becomes brought to life in a very professional, commercial quality way. That is why we use videos. So what we want to do today with these capture videos is we want to give people a reason to take the next step. So let's look at it to start with is that why your leads eliminate you from contention. Okay, so there's really 3 primary reasons. That there's a lack of information on your site, that there is a lack of the right information on your site. And what builders typically do is they like to talk about themselves on their website, and they miss out on the information the lead is looking for. The leads don't care about you yet. They care about getting their questions answered. And then finally, sometimes it's too much of the wrong information. And that's what causes a poor user experience, will cause a lead to click off your website and search for a different builder. So in other words, the wrong content in the wrong format gets you eliminated. But the right content in the right format keeps your leads engaged. And that's really where videos come into play. So today, we're going to be looking specifically at what we call lead magnet or call to actions. So there is a secret sauce to this, and I'm going to give you the secret sauce right now. And then we're going to look at these videos and we're going to go back and critique, did we include the secret sauce in these videos? In other words, are they doing what they are supposed to do? So the secret sauce really is broken down into this. We want to show them what to do and what will happen before they do it. So there's always an inherent risk of when you're asking somebody to start a relationship with you, because they do have to provide their contact information. They do have to click that submit button, pick up the phone and call you. So there's a risk that goes with that. In other words, they don't want to be quote unquote sold. They don't want to pick the wrong builder. And so there's always a hesitation there. So we want to remove that risk. Let them take the leap. Excuse me. So that's number one. Show them what to do before they do it, removing that risk of taking the leap. Then we want to give them a sneak peek of what they will get before they actually take that next step. So, as an example, you're going to go buy a car. Right? What does a car salesman do? Hey, let's take it for a test drive. You get a sneak peek of what it would be like to own that car. Obviously, when you're in that car taking the test drive, you have an emotional attachment. And the next thing you know, you're trying to logically justify spending the money that car is worth. And so this is really the same in the same way, is that we're just very early on in the sales process, but we have to tell them what they're going to get and give them a sneak peek of that. And then finally, the last part of the secret sauce is confirm the positive results that they will receive. Remember that old radio station, what's in it for me? That's what the lead is always thinking. So they have to feel like there is more in it for them to take the next step and provide your contact information, provide their contact information along with the ability for you to follow up with them. They have to give you permission to do that as they click that submit button. So this is a negotiation. What the video allows them to do is it allows them to look at the negotiation and say, hey, I'm getting more out of this than the builder is. So yes, I want to go to the next step and start that relationship. So just as a quick recap, show them what to do and what will happen before they do it. Remove that risk of taking the leap, give them a sneak peek of what they will get, and then confirm the positive results they will receive. All right. So now what we're going to focus on is our call to actions. So a call to action is simply a reason for that lead to take the next step. It is a natural progression to getting more information in the area or areas that are most important for the lead. So again, they have to feel like, hey, this is just a logical next step. Yes, this makes sense. I'm going to move forward. I see value in what the offer is. I trust this company is going to deliver on what they promise, and then they're willing to take the leap. Again, it's win-win for them. They got nothing to lose and everything to gain. All right, so what we're going to do next is we're going to look at now some specific what we're going to call to actions, and I'm going to bring up a web page here. And I'm going to pull myself out of the camera view. So you guys that are listening, you're going to want to come back and watch this because we're going to show some specific actually videos as relates to these things that I just talked about. All right, so what we'll start with, number one, is really just general questions. So the best way to get a general questions or conversation started is simply with a web chat. So you can see here, this is what we call a very, very low risk. There's no video needed because we're not asking for anything. We're just providing everything here. So you can see a web chat can be started without the lead having to provide any sort of their own contact information. Now what we do is we move to design, and that's typically where most custom home and high-end design build remodeling needs are going to start, is they cannot vision what they can build. They cannot vision what their remodeling project will look like, so they're going to look for design ideas. All right, so let's jump into design ideas. So I am right now in a custom home section of this. We're going to start here. So the first thing that people are going to want to look for is home plans. So if you look at this, you'll see that we carry about 9 to 15 different home plans on this particular site. These are all put into categories, broken down by architectural style. I highly recommend that if you're trying to get into high-end design build, because more often those types of discerning buyers are going to look for a specific architectural motif. So the idea here is to give them some information right away. But now we have a call to action, as we see here, where they can browse our home plans. So this is what we call an enhanced design library. So let's take a look at this particular offer. So you can see we're giving them an opportunity to search a design library of nearly 5,000 custom home plans. However, it's scary because they have to fill out a form and provide some information. So the video here, remember, what we're trying to do is show them and tell them what to do, show them what they need to do before they do it. We want to relieve the risk. We want to show them what they're going to get and then talk about the results. So this video here is pretty short, but let's take a look at it.
Dive into our searchable design library with over 5,000 home plans, searchable by style, size, and many more. Preview detailed layouts, save your favorites, and envision your dream home in seconds while having the ability to modify it as you see fit. Instantly gain access by simply filling out this form.
That's it, 23 seconds. So I think we checked all the boxes there. Again, we showed them what they needed to do, which was filling out the form. We showed them what they're going to get, and we told them the results that they're going to get after having this particular item. For you custom builders out there to say, well, Rick, we never build the same home twice. We don't sell floor plans. I will tell you this, every single one of your clients comes to you and they're either going to bring floor plans of their own or they're going to ask you for some floor plans that they can look at. Again, remember, people cannot visualize this. So yeah, there's new things out there today, 3D animation. There's studios popping up now where you can actually take and project a floor plan where people can actually walk through it, cool things like that. That's way down the line. Okay, what we're trying to do right now is we're just trying to show them that we are a resource in your local market for helping them find a floor plan. All of that stuff that you want to get to, which is your process, will come later. So that's where we're starting. So design ideas. Let's take a look at remodeling, and we have something here called our idea book.
Ignite fresh ideas with our free idea book, your go-to guide for thousands of pages of custom home concepts and an expansive collection of remodeling ideas and trends. Simply fill the form to receive the most current design tips and even insights from homeowners about their projects and experience. Quick, easy, and full of value.
So what do? Again, we show them what to do, what they're going to get, remove the risk, give them a sneak peek. So that's where most people are going to start, is asking for more design ideas. Now, there might be a section where they're looking to say, hey, how do I remodel or how do I build? What does that look like? I've never done this before and I don't want to feel stupid. I want to arm myself with information. So here we have our planning guide.
Elevate your next remodel with our free planning guide, packed with expert insights to help you plan, design, and avoid common pitfalls when remodeling your home. Simply complete the short form to get instant access. Quick, effortless, and full of value.
16 seconds. You notice too, we integrated some demographics in there. Okay, so show the potential target market demographic using the planning guide. It's obviously they're happy. This is great. It has all the answers to our questions. So that's more about how to do it. Now we have a budget estimate, which is the next one. So let's just jump back into custom homes and look at home plans here. Now, this is a tool that we do not have a video for it yet, but it's something that's important that you want to have on your website. You want to let people be able to go through the process of choosing between different types of architectural motifs, being able to choose, again, floor plans that match those motifs, let them see images of those floor plans, and then go through and actually create a scope of work. So they can pick out plan options. They can go through and they can pick out a location that they want to build it in, give them location options, such as, do they need tree clears? I need well and septic if it's rural. And then finally, get some pertinent information that's going to help you put together a budget for them. So it's very, very important. Now, we purposely did not put a video tutorial together for this because this is a multi-step process. So what we're doing with this particular tool is we'll be incorporating an assistant, like a wizard assistant. So it'll walk somebody through the steps, answer questions, tell them what they need to do, and ultimately what they're going to get when they're completed it. Okay, so let's move on now to what we call, really this would be the high risk part, which is scheduling a call. Because ultimately, when we give somebody a lead magnet, we give them an offer like a planning guide or a enhanced design library or an idea book. The bottom line is we want to get them on the phone. We want to be able to qualify them. We want to find out if this is a prospective client that is a good fit for us and vice versa. So the schedule a call is really the highest risk lead magnet that we have here. And so some people are willing to do it right away. So what we have to do is we have to alleviate that fear of getting on the phone. So let's look at this video.
Simply fill out the form, click on Go to Next Step, and choose a time for your free phone consultation. Our expert advisors will share design trend ideas, real-world project examples, budget feasibility ranges, and answers to all your questions. No obligation on your part, just expert insights delivered at your convenience.
All right, so notice what we did there. Again, we showed them what happens after they fill out the form. They're going to be able to go in and they're going to pick a date and time on the calendar. We will call them. They don't have to do anything more than that. And at the call, again, we're going to provide all the information that they're looking for as relates to design and pricing and how the process works and what are the next steps and real world examples of what other clients are doing. So that is the idea behind capture videos, and that 4-step secret sauce is show them what will happen next, remove the risk, give them a sneak peek, and then ultimately affirm the results they're going to get after they move to the next step. So I hope that was fruitful for you, and you got some good ideas there. If you would like to see how we can help you attract, capture, and convert high quality leads so you too can pick and choose your clients and jobs, go ahead and click on the link below. Schedule your strategy call today. We'll be happy to talk to you more about your company, whether you want to incorporate videos or just set up more of a traditional client acquisition system. The sky's the limit. Things are changing very fast, ladies and gentlemen. The AI revolution has indeed started. This is the next step for it, and we want to make it as easy as possible for your prospective clients to engage you, get a relationship started, and for you to get that next contract signed. So for my brothers and sisters in Christ, may the grace of the Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with you all always. We'll see you next time on Conversations That Convert.